Just to understand the game well, Wiggolly pays attention to everything in pro surfing. Now back in the jersey once again here at the Quiksilver Pro France. His whole hope is to earn his spot back full time as he'll take on Wade Carmichael in pretty chunky conditions first thing in the morning. Goofy foot versus regular, and the top seed will move on into round 3 as this one continues. Kolohe Dino, Keanu Asing on deck. Keanu Asing, a former event champ a couple of years ago, in a battle with the rival beaches up and down the coast to take out that board riders battle. That's bragging rights for a very long time. Here's Wiggolly Dantas kicking off the morning in the pit. Just a quick look under the hood, and he'll just fade a cutback on the open face. So things will start with some scores here. Calm style and approach for Wiggolly. Runs down the beach for a matchup like a prize fighter. Always fit and fired up to compete. How'd this view look for Wiggolly here?
Yeah, a nice little warm-up wave for Wiggolly. You know, we're looking at the tube rides over the last few days, and you really do have to get deep. You really do have to spend a long time in there to get those big scores. We've seen, you know, major maneuvers kind of score a little bit more than the tube ride, but with today, I think with the swell that we're on offer, we're going to see some crazy barrels. I think we're going to see some big scores through the tube rides. Here goes Wade.
Carmichael choosing the right-hander to kick things off. Frontside hook. Just getting the rail wet. Fading cut back once again to chase the pocket. He'll get dropped off there.
Yeah, I haven't actually looked down the beach yet today, Joe. We're kind of a little bit away from where they are at the moment, but it's kind of a peak situation with a higher tide. Wade Carmichael opting to go on the right-hander, which kind of looks a little fatter, a little flatter as opposed to the left. So we'll have to see how these guys reposition themselves in the lineup. There's a lot of water moving around. There's that rip that drags you through the lineup, so you've got to really pay attention to that. Just get that feet in the wax as quick as you can. Here we go.
Dantas, wave number 2. First turn, a little power hack. Out in front for the top turn carve. 2 clean maneuvers. There's the variety on the first 2 strikes. Another off the top there for Dantas. Carve into the source. Nice stylish roundhouse cutback. Inside section to lay down the finish.
On the opposite side of the bank, utilizing the left-hander. So the rip's going into the wave, which makes it stand up a little bit more. So it's going to give you a little bit more scoring opportunity. And Wiggolly taking advantage of that. Some nice little turns there. Just setting it up, taking it nice and easy. Now, Wiggolly, one of those guys that sort of just cruises through his maneuvers, but then all of a sudden, bang, he'll throw something really powerful at you. So Wiggolly Dantas, still early stages of this heat.
Someone's going to fight with him for the landing. Meanwhile, Carmichael throws down a beautiful trimmed forehand hook. This is where that wave goes pretty slope. He's going to drop him off again. So Carmichael still wants the rights here. Trying to commit to one major first turn to really impress the panel. This first turn once again.
Yeah, well, this is the kind of turn that has really got Wade up where he's at. World number 7. Beautiful, powerful maneuver there from Wade Carmichael. And then, as you said, the wave goes a little bit off speed and goes into that gutter. And there's not much left on off.
And a take on Andino in these conditions. Dantas out in front of this one. Carmichael making a move. Now opting for his backhand for the first time this morning. Backhand carve. There's a lot of foam on the face, but he'll fight through for a second turn. Super sloped out canvas to work with, so he's not really getting a serious lip line, but he'll hang in there. Now belting it vertically. Solid timing and well worth the wait.
Yeah, definitely well worth the wait there. Kind of was, you're sort of thinking to yourself, what's he doing? Why is he sticking with this wave? Why doesn't he get out? There's a lot of foam on it, but then it cleaned up through that inside bowl, and he managed to get that one big backside hook. You know, Wade just wanting to find some rhythm here, and I think a good move, just catching this wave. I think the longer you sit and wait, the more the pressure builds and mistakes can happen. But Carmichael on his backhand, he's done a lot of damage through the year with that. And this is that part of the wave where you just got to do that fill-in work, keep those fins engaged, keep that board moving rail to rail. Now it starts to stand up, setting it up, draws off the bottom, and bang, beautiful snap. Nice and vertical. So that's going to more than likely be Wade's best wave. You can see how those lefts, they kind of draw off the bank a bit more and give you a little bit more opportunity through the inside. So I think that's going to be a light bulb moment for Wade, and I'm not sure whether we'll see him ride too many more right-handers.
Game brought to you by World Surf League, and also partnering with Surfline for real live conditions. So you can surf these conditions along with the world's best and compete in the Quiksilver and Roxy Pros. We've got Wiggolly Dantas in motion, coming off the break and choosing his backhand to try to build on that 3.5 low score. Turn was absolutely lethal. Wiggolly looking clean and polished on this ride as well.
Yeah, nice tight snap in the pocket there from Wiggolly. And, you know, interesting, these guys are actually using these right-handers. It's kind of a strange wave, you know, you're almost chasing your tail the entire way.
Carmichael, 14 minutes to go. The rookie now setting up the backhand. Times the first section well, showcasing that powerful act. Blows the tail out, tries to control it. It falls on the second maneuver.
Really stands up, and you watch the difference in first maneuvers here. Wade just jamming it in the pocket. Had he pulled this next turn off, we were looking at a big score from Wade Carmichael.
He's doing a great job to take out a guy that's sitting in the top 10. And he'll be reseeded in round 3. And the battle of the backhands continue. And Dino up again. Coming off that lip, belting it harder with the fin throw. So changing up his maneuvers now and has enough in the tank to belt the finish. And Dino's heating up. And the scores are improving on every single exchange. Facing a 6-1-7 for the lead, passing the 5-minute warning.
Yeah, Wiggolly playing that defensive game right now as well. He's got the priority, so he's hanging right next to Wade. So I think this is a strategy move for Wade to try and get himself away from Wiggolly. Beautiful bottom turn in the pocket. Nice jam right there from Wade. And then this wave really didn't give him anything else, so he's going to have to kick on out, and Wiggolly's going to paddle right up next to him and post up camp. Wade having a look at it, and Wiggolly takes the wave off him. So that's that priority situation, Joe.
Smart move for Dantas. So just using that one to keep Carmichael off. So Wade will get a shot here. Carmichael starting to look interested with 25 seconds to go. Needs a 6-1-7, which would be the biggest score of this matchup. The Australian now looking at this little inside right. Little front side wrap. He's going to need a little bit of help for this wave on the inside. It's really not standing up for him, but he's now committed to finishing on his feet. Tough end section for Wade Carmichael. Just didn't really have a wave to work with as we run out of time. That's a tough one there, and he had a tough competitor in Wiggolly Dantas with a lot of experience. 10-point total for Wiggolly. He moves on to round 3. Up next, Kolohe Dino takes on Keanu.